Coping as a Parent with Autoimmune Arthritis by Bridget Laredo, Peggy Piscopo, Julia Laredo, and Max Badley. The reality of the disease. Having a family member that is chronically ill is tough enough on everyone. The disease seems to take center stage and pushes others to the side. It is very difficult for everyone to understand why. When you look perfectly fine, you can't get up and clean, play with the kids, or go to the store without a lot of effort. We have some tips to help you with your children adapting to this disease.
You know those days you want your body to do one thing, but it's not agreeing. It's only 7 a.m. and you've dropped your coffee mug and shattered it into a zillion pieces. The broom handle is way too thin in diameter for you to grip without stabbing pain down your fingers. You finally sit on the floor because squatting is out of the question. Your knees are so weak they'll buckle, and you will literally have a piece of the ceramic mug lodged up your butt cheek from falling back on it. After a half hour, all the pieces are picked up. You sit there, you curse this stupid disease because you can't get up. You crawl, trying not to put weight on your hands, then trying not to put weight on your knees, and back to your hands, and switch back to your knees. You get over to the chair and you pull yourself up. By now you are fuming. You're angry. There might have been some yelling and definitely a curse word or two thrown in there. You stop, and out of the corner of your eye, you see your child watching you in horror, tears welling up in their eyes.
The right thing to do. Yes, your child saw you angry and upset. Yes, your child probably thinks you're angry at them. Sit them down. Explain that you're not angry at them, that you're angry at the disease. Give more examples than what they just saw. You are angry with the disease because sometimes you can't go to soccer games, or you can't go to dance recitals, or you can't watch them ride horses. Give them permission to be upset. They don't have to be strong. It's okay to be frustrated and cry. Ask them what makes them angry about the disease. Tell them you understand that they can have bad days too. Listen and look at them in the eye. Pay attention to what your body language says. Is your body facing them, or are you off to the side playing with your phone or texting? Let them feel that at that moment in time, they are all that exists. Teach them the basics of the disease. When children are scared, they tend to make up things in their head. You and I both know autoimmune diseases are not contagious, and you can't catch it from anyone. But your child may not know that. They may also think that having this disease is their fault. Another important topic that may come up is death. Reassure them that you're not dying. You're not going to go anywhere. Avoid saying that you don't know if you'll ever be better. Stay optimistic, and as optimistic as far as they are concerned.
The wrong thing to do. Don't make them into mini adults saying, okay, Sammy, you're the man of the house now because Daddy is sick. They can still help you out in little more than usual, but they should not bear the same responsibilities that you do. The boundaries will start to confuse them, and they will act out. Don't discourage them. We know this is a silent disease, and most of us don't look sick. Try not to say things like, what's wrong with you? Can't you see Mommy is sick and can't play with you? Rather, Mommy would love to play with you. Right now I'm tired. Can you ask me again in a little while? Don't give up by saying, I don't know how much longer I can take this. This is an opportunity for you to teach your children how to deal with life when it's not all roses. Daddy has his good days and his bad days. It's okay to talk to a therapist if you're feeling overwhelmed. Never lie. You don't have to tell them everything. Alter what you say to be appropriate for their age.
Make some signs to hang on your bedroom door for those hard days. We suggest smiley faces so smaller children can understand. A red smiley face means Mommy or Daddy needs to get their rest. A yellow smiley face means come in and give Mommy and Daddy a kiss, but they're still not up to playing yet. And a green smiley face means come in and we can play a quiet board game or cards. Having children help you make the signs is a good idea. Glitter always makes things fun.
Communicate with the school. It is important to communicate with your child's school, speak to their teacher, and explain their illness. Being proactive will save you time and frustration should something come up. Send the teacher a quick note if you need to have surgery or stay in the hospital. You don't have to go into details, just a heads up. School is a second home for most children. Having the stress of a sick parent can cause them to act out, be clingy, extra sensitive, or even tired from not sleeping well. Having the teacher know what's happening at home will help them to comfort your child.
Embarrassment. Having assistive devices may cause some unwanted stares when out in the public. We have learned to turn those moments into a chance for our children to brag. Bridget's favorite color is pink. So what did she do? Pink glitter and rhinestones to decorate her wheelchair. Julia was enthusiastic to help. Now when she's in the chair, Julia shows it off and is not embarrassed. Bridget, being so young, she wanted to show off her personality with her cane. Pink and rhinestones again. I'm going to ask my son Max some questions now. Max, what's the hardest thing for you about Mommy being sick?
That you have to rest a lot, and you can't pack lunches for when I go to school.
Do you have to wake up early sometimes, or earlier?
Earlier.
Yeah. What time do you get up in the morning?
6:30.
Okay. Now, if Mommy had a full day of energy for one day, what would you do?
I would go shopping with her, have lunch and breakfast and dinner. I would take her to see a movie. That's it.
Well, that sounds like a pretty full day and fun. What advice can you give other kids with sick parents?
I hope your parents will feel better in a few days.
Okay. Well, no, that's very nice. And what else would you suggest, maybe? Okay. Well, thanks, Max.
Okay, now we're going to ask Julia some questions. Julia, what's the hardest thing for you when Mommy is sick?
The pain, how my mom has arthritis, because every time I hear or see that someone gets hurt, I kind of feel a little grossed out, and that pain gets in my body. And how my mom has arthritis, I don't want that pain to get deeper in my body.
Okay. If you had Mommy full of energy for one day, what would you do? What would you pick to do?
I don't know what to do. There would be so many things. We would probably go for pedicures, facials, and manicures.
Ooh, that sounds fun to me. Sign me up. What advice do you give other kids with sick parents? How do you tell them to cope?
Never cry about your parents. It's okay if you do, but your parents will probably get better in a couple of days.
Anything else? What things do you do that make you happy when you're sad about this?
Ice cream.
Ice cream? Ice cream fixes everything. We know everyday life is hard. This is just a few suggestions on how to help your family cope. They have helped for us, and we hope they help you.
Thank you for your time. We hope this presentation was informative. Please visit the other presenters that may be of interest to you, such as supporting someone that is living with an autoimmune disease and Who Am I Now? Also check out the Resource Center to get some helpful information on the other parenting issues.